Greetings, my name is Michael Cook. I'm an application developer, design artist, and system engineer. And in this particular video, I'm going to be discussing the Quake Live BFG20K Map Pack preview. Let me switch over to the scene here. Need to get this to come up in my preview. Okay, so what I'm going to do here today is I am going to, let's see, exec BFG20K. Right, so what this is going to do is launch a script that's going to run through a bunch of my maps and stuff. And I'm not going to play each map because of the sound. Here, let me just kick the bots. Reload the map. So I just want to show off each map. I don't actually want to run that script. All right. So hopefully the frame rate will stay pretty good for a while. This is Crossfire. This is a derivative of, I gotta fix that. This is a derivative of a map that I made in May of 2000, not 2001 or 2025 or anywhere in between, May of 2000. So 25 years ago, almost, I made the original version of this map. This was the first map that I made for Quake III Arena that had a lot of these curves in them. Although this version is much different than the original. I have maintained some of the texturing and the brushwork and stuff, but you know, there's some stuff that I still want to do with this map before I release the map pack or whatever. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to go through each individual map. I think this one is at beta 5. As you can see, there's a railgun, plasma gun, red armor, shotgun, rocket launcher, and then the quad damage in the middle. And then yeah, you got this light shader, this orange light shader that gives a little bit of color to the surface area and stuff. And then you got the little shader there that wishes around like on campgrounds. Alright, so and then I also have a little banner there. So that's the first map. And then map breakthrough. So it's going to load breakthrough. This one is a map that I originally made for. Let me turn the volume down on this as volume 0.5 or 0.25. It's about that. I originally made this map in Quake, the original Quake World, and I probably could show off the Quake III Arena version of this map, but you know, I decided to go through it and then update it for Quake Live. There's still a lot of stuff that I want to do with it, but you know, I think this little portal here is pretty cool. It's using alpha transparency or alpha mask to be able to use a portal or like a mirror, right? And a lot of the map is kind of a mixture of BFG DM2 and BFG DM2A, which I don't have the source of BFG DM2A anymore. I haven't had access to that for a long time. I don't even know when the last time I had it is. But yeah, the idea is that it's a small duo level, but it can also be played by multiple people. I think this would be pretty cool in freeze tag or deathmatch. You know, a lot of the videos that I make are just like me playing deathmatch or something, and then I added this other area. The original map had this little mirror down below here. Like this whole area here didn't exist. I added it into this version. You know, in the original version, it was all on this one level. There's nothing above that, and then there's a mirror there. I was like, I wanted to incorporate that somehow back into the map, so I put it like there. I think it looks kind of cool, but then I also have another one over here. And believe it or not, that can tax the system significantly. And then also moving items around. The mega health used to be there, now it's all the way over here. And so I think this will do a pretty good job of playing in dual mode. But you know, I haven't had anybody testing these maps extensively. I just kind of updating the map and then moving on. I make some videos of me playing against bots, but you know, it's gonna be very different up against human players and stuff. And I also added a bunch of areas that didn't exist in the original. So there's that, and then map. What is it? Space Station 1138. And then this one is Space Station 1138, which I've extended quite a lot. Very colorful, lots of light shaders in this. I made a video covering like clipping, 3-point clipping and stuff, and I also modified the original map to quite a large extent so that it looks the way it does. I think this would be pretty good in free-for-all and probably even like freeze tag. Not sure. I haven't been able to test this one with a bunch of people yet either, and there's still some stuff that I want to change before I issue a final release. So there's that, and then map suspended animation. And then this one, I think I made a video of this like 3 weeks ago, but the original was just the first floor, and now it's got the second floor. And you know, I added in all of these little octagons, and the brushwork kind of goes around. My graphics card does that in some instances. It'll just start glitching like it does right there. Yeah, so this one, I don't expect people to play this one like super seriously or whatever, but yeah, it is pretty fun. And using a lot of the, basically all the same original textures in some of these maps. The first two I did in Breakthrough and Crossfire, that's not the case. So anyway, the first 4 maps that I just showed off were originally BFG-DM1, BFG-DM2, BFG-DM3, and this one is BFG-DM4. So anyway, now let's load up map. What's the next one I want to load? Kerberos. Now this one has been getting played quite a lot on White Lightning Freeze Tag, but not this version. I've updated it quite a lot. You know, I added these little portals. I still got to do something with all that up there, and then do some more brushwork above all that. Yeah, I don't know. This is actually really fun to play in freeze tag. I haven't played it in a public free-for-all match quite yet, but yeah, there's a lot of depth to this map. And then let's see, map tempered graveyard. What? Why not? Well, that sucks. Oh, okay. So some of this stuff I've incorporated into the map pack already. I think this one is part of the map pack. So I have a temporary version of the map pack. And this is also on the White Lightning server, although not so much blue and stuff. And then also adding some shaders. That's not in the version that's on White Lightning. This one's at beta version 0.7. And this is very different looking from the original, but you know, even very different from the version that's on White Lightning currently. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, the whole map has this kind of blue theme to it, and also these little weapon markers. There's a shader that goes on top of the texture that's there, so that's why it kind of looks like there's a lot going on there. And the blue light, that's different from the version that's on White Lightning. It's really not too different, but you know, there's that. And then let's see, map This one I released a final version back in October 2024. Anyway, yeah, it's got this outside area and it's got this inside area. But if I load this up in the dual version, let's see, RTCQ dual. If I load this up in the dual version, you'll see that it's got some different characteristics, like you can't get outside of the castle, and then you can only stay inside the castle, and it's more reminiscent of the original Return to Castle Quake 20K DM2. That wall's not there in the other version. My friend Demix, RNGesus, says you could do like a double jump off of this. I haven't been able to reproduce it for whatever reason. Oh, huh, that's it. I don't know how the hell I did that. Yeah, Demix is my old clanmate from Clan Hell, and he looked at it, I don't know, a few months ago. Yeah, it seems kind of cool. And there's some other ideas I want to add to it. Like I want to add a jump pad that goes up to there so people can do whatever. But, you know, I wanted to get this onto dark fiber so the educator could add it to the map pool there. And if I load, let's see, map 20K RTCQ FFA. So I have updated the map slightly in some areas, and I'm about to show that off. I added the sound down here, and this shaders there, which wasn't in the previous version just now. And also, I kind of forgot to add the mirror portals here, so I'm going to wind up adding those at some point. And this is also a pretty popular map on White Lightning and Dark Fiber. I don't know how often it gets played on Dark Fiber, but it seems to be a pretty regular map on White Lightning now. And yeah, there's, like I said, there's some stuff. There are some things that I want to update about this map, which really not a long list of stuff, but yeah. Anyway, let's see what else. There's another one. What the hell is it? Oh, Insane Products. So this one is based on 20K DM3. The last one was Return to Castle Quake was based on 20K DM2. Tempered Graveyard is based on 20K DM1, and Kerberos is based on Self-Destruction, which is one of the arenas from Hell RA3 Map 1. Anyway, yeah, in Insane Products 20K DM3, I had the stone walls up on the top, which you're able to navigate to, I think, in one version or another. Included some textures that I upsampled. That's why this texture kind of sticks out or pops out. And then also applied some of the shader layer type stuff so that it would you know, kind of emit some light. Yeah, I mean, this version isn't really all super different from the one that's on White Lightning, which also gets played quite a fair amount. Except these teleporters are now there. You can see through them. There's another one down here. Which, yeah, I don't know. I guess the angle probably needs a little bit of adjustment. And also, when you get behind these things, yeah, I guess I can't get behind it easily. Well, anyway, made numerous videos about that particular map. Now I've covered the 8 so far that I feel like they're mostly done. And then let's see, I want to load up. I got 5 more let's say dead center. So dead center is a map that I conceptualized, I don't know, almost 2 years ago. I was reacquainting myself with GTK Arena, and I came up with a shape, and then I built this map around that shape. And this map has evolved quite a lot over the last several months, couple of years even. And I made a video recently where I was just editing a bunch of stuff throughout the map, like everything down here. And you know, I got the plasma down there underneath the grating. I think that's kind of cool. And then you know, it's got the same styling as Insane Products, or at least in some respect it does. And I wouldn't expect this to be like a map that people play in a serious way, but you know, if they want to play it in whatever mode they feel comfortable playing it with, not with, but in, and they're free to do so. And then also, let's see, Tranquilibrium. Now, I made a video of this a couple weeks ago, I think, and this is at beta 5, beta 0.5. And I think this one has some pretty drastic changes. I like the way it looks, but the map itself isn't all super complicated. And you got these teleporters here. You can see somebody about to come through, like right before you walk through it. I think that's kind of a cool thing about this shader that I came up with, which uses an asset from Team Arena. And then also I added all of this over here. Like, none of this was in the original version. Everything from here over. There used to be just a window there, and then yeah, I don't know. This map has changed quite a lot. So there's that, and then let's see, Wisdom. So Wisdom is also, the last map, Tranquilibrium, as well as this one, is also from HellRA 3 Map 1. But, you know, I made a lot of changes to this map, and, you know, like, I want to designate this with a beta pretty soon, but there's just so many things about this map that I need to flesh out, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Like, this whole area up here is not going to remain like that. I just kind of wanted to do, sometimes when I'm working on a map, I'll just delete a whole bunch of stuff and then try to rebuild it with a new approach. And that's what I did over here. I wanted to have like an angle, the lightning gun, and the armor. The rocket launcher used to be there, but then I moved it there, and then put the yellow armor there, the red armor there, and then I added this rounded corner stairwell, which kind of a pain in the neck to do, but you know, it's there. And you know, Mega Health, got the teleporter here. This map is actually pretty fun in dual mode. Though I haven't played it in dual with a human quite yet, not in a serious way anyway. And yeah, so that's Wisdom. I gotta fix some stuff, like that texture's not supposed to show up like that. That's an upsampled texture right there. This is also an upsampled texture. Yeah, I think at some point I'm going to upsample the textures in every single one of these maps, but then I'm going to have to go through and then fix the faces on each edge. So anyway, there's that's 10 so far, I think, right? Or 11, because I showed dead center. Now what I'm going to do is show 20K out of my head. Alright, this one is still at alpha version 03, 0.3. I gotta change some stuff, some more stuff in this level, but I think this one is coming together really well. I really don't think I'm gonna change a whole lot, but specifically stuff down here. So this is a CTF map, but I think it plays pretty well in free-for-all. I'm sure it'll play pretty well in freeze tag. And There's a way you can get onto that ledge if you just do that. And yeah, I got the snow texture down there, so it makes a sound when I'm walking around in the snow, which I think is pretty cool. And then added all this. I don't know why that's not emitting any light. Oh, it is emitting light. It's just, it looks weird right there for some reason. It's kind of weird. I don't know why it's like that. But yeah, this side works fine. I don't really know why the hell this side is darker right there. Maybe there's a duplicate patch there or something. It is emitting light, but it's not like that side. So I mean, like, that's the sort of stuff that I have to fix before I release in the map pack. But yeah, so if I run around the map just to show it off, added all this down here. Probably want to add some more detail down there. The flag normally goes here, lightning guns here. I added a jump pad to get up here. That's going to be useful. And then also, yeah, you can get through the center of the map just like this. And then also I added this. So you got like parallel routes. So it'll still be pretty good, pretty fun to play and capture the flag, right? So yeah, there's that, and then wisdom, or not wisdom, Goliath. So Goliath is also a map that I need to get to beta version 0.5. So wisdom out of my head and Goliath. I also made some changes to this map yesterday, particularly the stairwell here. I think this is going to open up the gameplay. Gotta fix that right there. It's going to open up the gameplay so that anytime bots are spawning in, they'll be able to jump up here, as well as players, and then they'll be able to navigate all throughout the map. Now I don't really know how to get rid of that, but you can see through that. It's kind of a pain in the neck. So these patch meshes, they're kind of right alongside each other, but then there's some gaps sometimes. But yeah. Yeah, other than that, I think the map pack is going to be done being a beta, like ready for beta in the next couple months. I really think that I'm overestimating how much time I'm going to need to get wisdom out of my head and Goliath to a beta version 0.5. Once I have them all on a beta version 0.5, then I'm going to upload it to the Steam Workshop, I think. And then, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I want to do with this map still. I want to make it more detailed, probably add some stuff all along the edge here to make this area a little bit more interesting. Having this big flat diamond pattern is kind of dull, you know, even though I added some depth over here. Still kind of flat over here. And then also kind of flat in this main room down here. Gotta do something with that still. And then, yeah, this is incredibly flat. You know, it's not as flat as the version of the map that I started working on, again, after having this map sit in the back burner for like a year or a year and a half. But yeah, I'm trying to make it so that this map is going to accommodate like up to 64 players, although, you know, you're going to be hard pressed to find a server that's going to have 64 players on it at any given time. But yeah, I think these stairwells are going to make the gameplay a lot more hectic. And then be able to get the machine gun, heavy machine gun, grenade launcher, shotgun, green armor, rocket launcher, yellow armor. Grab the lightning gun. Not sure I want to keep this window here. And also another thing is I have to add clipping brushes up on the top so that it doesn't so like I can't rocket jump up, and add some more like geometry or brushwork up there, like in Tranquilibrium. And let's rocket jump up top. There we go. So yeah, I mean, like, I shouldn't be able to do this in a playable version of the map, so I have to, you know, account for that and make sure that it's not possible to do whenever I upload it to the Steam Workshop. And, you know, like, pointing out these issues while I'm showing the map off, it's one thing, but it's another thing to be able to work on, like, if I don't know why that curve isn't lining up with that curve. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, that's why I'll routinely make videos of my maps and then run around and playing the maps, because I'll think of ideas, like maybe I should add a bridge from there to there, so that anyone up here can be like, oh, I want to grab that lightning gun and not have to run all the way around. Having multiple paths from point A to B is actually pretty useful. You know, instead of having to go through a straight line to get from point A to B, you could also go to point A to C. You know, jump up here, jump up there, use the catwalk, and then, you know, take a few shots from up here, kill somebody, take a couple shots from up here, and then, yeah, grab some more railgun ammo, get some speed, grab another set of lightning gun cells, yellow armor, jump down here, kill a couple dudes, rinse, recycle, repeat. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this particular video. Yeah, it's going to do it for this particular video.